The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Each year, Jesus' parents went to Jerusalem for the feast of Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up according to festival custom. After they had completed its days, as they were returning, the boy Jesus remained behind in Jerusalem, but his parents did not know it. Thinking that he was in the caravan, they journeyed for a day and looked for him among their relatives and acquaintances. But not finding him, they returned to Jerusalem to look for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were astounded at his understanding and his answers. When his parents saw him, they were astonished. And his mother said to him, "Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been looking for you with great anxiety." And he said to them, "Why were you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my father's house?" But they did not understand what he said to them. He went down with them and came to Nazareth and was obedient to them. And his mother kept all these things in her heart. And Jesus advanced in wisdom and age and favor before God and man. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My dear brothers and sisters, today's feast of the Santo Niño celebrates the truth that God, who is great, all-powerful, and almighty, became a small and weak child. Ang Diyos na naging bata. And despite being a child, God in Jesus, who is a child, remained to be great and powerful. And so the invitation of today's feast is really to discover the greatness in children, the greatness in little ones. In our first reading today, the prophet Isaiah tells us that a child has been born to us, a son has been given us. And yet, despite being a child, dominion rests on his shoulder. He is Wonder Counselor, God Hero, Father forever, Prince of Peace. His dominion is vast and forever peaceful. Yung batang isinilang, kahit na bata lang, may kapangyarihang tinataglay. Siya ang mamumuno sa lahat. And St. Paul in our second reading today tells us that it is through Jesus who became a child that God has given us every spiritual blessing. Kahit na bata lang siya, mula sa Kanya ipagkakaloob ng Diyos ang lahat ng biyaya. Kahit na bata, meron siyang ibibigay, meron siyang ibabahaging biyaya mula sa Diyos. And this we have seen in our gospel today. Jesus was 12 years old, and he deliberately stayed behind in the temple, nagpaiwan siya sa templo. At anong ginawa niya sa templo? Hindi lang naman namasyal at naglaro. Nakipag-usap siya sa mga dalubhasa sa batas. And they were listening to him. He was answering their questions. And they were amazed at his wisdom. Yung matatandang nakapaligid kay Jesus, manghang-mangha. Dahil itong batang ito magaling, matalino, marami tayong matututunan sa kanya. And even Joseph and Mary learned something from Jesus that day. When Mary said to Jesus, "Son, why have you done this to us? Bakit mo naman ginawa to sa amin? Alalang-alala kami ng tatay mo dahil nawawala ka." And then Jesus said, "Why were you looking for me? Bakit niyo pa ako hinahanap? Dapat nandito ako sa bahay ng aking ama." And according to the gospel, Joseph and Mary did not understand the words of Jesus. Jesus was teaching them about who He is and about His mission. I must be busy doing my Father's business. And I'm sure later on, Joseph and Mary learned the meaning of Jesus' words. Natuto sila mula kay Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, in our Filipino culture, we often say that children should learn from elders, especially from their parents. Dapat ang mga bata nakikinig, sumusunod, natututo sa kanilang mga magulang at sa kanilang mga nakatatanda. Kasi yung mga bata wala pang alam, wala pang karanasan, kaya yung matatanda dapat turuan sila. Hindi ba may ganyan pang kanta ng Apo Hiking Society yata yun? Batang-bata ka pa at marami ka pang hindi naiintindihan sa mundo. Yung mga bata dapat turuan ng mga nakatatanda. Kaya naman kapag yung bata ang nagtuturo, kapag yung bata ang nagsasabi kung ano ang tama at ano ang mali, minsan na-offend yung matatanda. Sasabihin ng mga nakakatanda, mas bata to sa akin, bakit siya pa ang nagsasabi sa akin ng dapat kong gawin? Ako ang nakakatanda, ako ang dapat magturo sa kanya. Hindi siya dapat ang magturo sa akin. At sasabihin pa natin, papunta pa lang kayo, pabalik na ako. Kaya wag mo akong turuan sa dapat kong gawin. But you know, I often wonder if it is really the role of elders, of parents, to teach children and young people, then what have we, elders and parents, taught them? Ano ang naituro natin sa kanila? And if we have taught them rightly, if we have taught them what the right things to be done, then why did we end up this way? Kung naturuan natin ng tama, kung natuto sila ng mabuti sa atin, bakit ganito tayo ngayon? Bakit ganito ang lipunan natin ngayon? Bakit ganito ang bansa natin ngayon? Bakit ganito ang pamilya natin ngayon? Maybe we should also consider learning from children. Maybe we should also listen to them. And maybe we should be humble to admit that we are not always right. They can also teach us. Hindi dahil matanda, palagi ng tama. Maraming matanda, mali rin ang prinsipyo sa buhay. Kaya hayaan nating matuto tayo sa mga bata. Kadalasan yung mga bata pa ang nagsasabi sa atin kung paanong mamuhay ng tama. Kadalasan yung mga bata pa ang nagpapakita sa atin kung paanong mamuhay ng mabuti. Let us learn from them. Tama na yung mga bata ay makinig, sumunod sa kanilang mga magulang. Pero hindi naman sinasabing bawal na yung mga magulang at nakatatanda na matuto mula sa mga bata. On this feast of the Santo Niño, let us consider listening and learning from children. You know, there were several times in my life that I have learned from children, even as a priest. Alam niyo po, meron akong 2 pamangkin na lalaki. Isang 9 years old at isang 7 years old. And just before Christmas, I was having lunch with my family, with my parents, my brother and his family, at nandun yung 2 kong pamangkin. And while eating and telling stories, I asked my brother, sabi ko, napanood yun na ba itong pelikulang ito sa Netflix? Sabi nung kapatid ko, maganda ba kuya? Sabi ko, maganda panoorin nyo. At sabi nung pamangkin ko, sabi ng teacher ko, huwag panoorin yan. Sabi ko, siguro naman with proper guidance, maiintindihan naman, pwede namang panoorin. Sabi nung pamangkin ko, no. Sabi ni teacher, huwag panoorin. And then I realized, this boy has been told the truth, and I am trying to compromise the truth that he learned. Parang sinasabi ko, kahit na sinabing bawal, pwede namang palusutin. Yan ang gawain ng matatanda. Pero yung bata, malinaw ang tama at mali. Ako pang matanda ang walang prinsipyo, yung bata nanindigan sa prinsipyo. You know, I also love working with young people. Masarap pong katrabaho ang mga mas bata kasi they are full of energy, they are full of idealism. Parang kapag sila yung katrabaho mo, parang lahat pwedeng gawin. Kaya minsan kapag sinasabi kong wag na lang kaya nating gawin, mapapagod lang tayo dyan. Wag na lang nating gawin, baka hindi natin kaya yan. Sasabihin nila sa akin, Father, hindi, kaya natin yan, gagawin natin yan. Para sa mga kabataan, parang walang imposible. Palagi silang may drive and passion to do everything. Kaya kapag nagsasalita ka ng wag na lang kaya, kapag sinasabi natin, naku, hindi natin kakayanin yan, simple na lang para hindi tayo mapagod, yan, matanda ka na. Pero kapag meron ka pang ideals, dreams, passion, nananatili tayong bata. Mga bagay na natututunan natin sa mga bata. One time also, I was watching 2 kids. They were playing. Pero isa lang yung laruan nila. At a certain point, nag-aagawan sila ng laruan. Kaya lumapit yung nanay nila at sabi, isa-isa lang. Siya muna, pagkatapos niya, ikaw naman. Kaya yung isang bata, naglaro siya, but after some time, binigyan niya yung laruan doon sa kapatid niya at sabi niya, ikaw naman, tapos na ako. Now, I learned a very important lesson from that simple experience. Sabi ko, kapag kayong matatanda, ganyan, sinabi, sige, mauna ka na. Pag nauna tayo, wala nang makakalimutan na natin yung iba. Ako na lang, at we will never give way for others. Pero sila, sige, ikaw naman. Tapos na ako, ikaw naman. Naku, kitang-kita po natin yan sa ating lipunan. kapag nakuha na yung kapangyarihan, kapag napwesto na habang buhay ng nandyan, wala na yung kayo naman. Baka mas magawa ninyo ng mas mabuti, kayo naman. Learn from children. And even in my experience now working in the Archdiocese, sometimes people would ask, why are young priests being given positions of authority in the church? Sasabihin, bata pa yan ah. Bakit siya ang nilagay dyan? Baka dapat yung mas matanda na ang nilagay dyan. Alam ko po nangyayari din yan kahit sa mga opisina, sa iba't ibang aspeto ng ating buhay. O bakit siya yung pinromote? Bakit siya yung naging boss? Bata pa yan. I would always remember my archbishops telling me, habang bata, bigyan natin ng posisyon. Dahil may lakas pa yan. May passion pa yan. Magaganda pa ang ideas niyan. Kung kailan ba matanda na at saka natin bibigyan ng posisyon? Kapag pagod na? Kapag mahina na at wala ng bright ideas? No? Habang bata, sige, gawin mo ang dapat mong gawin. That is learning from children. My dear brothers and sisters, today's feast of the Santo Niño invites us to value children and the little ones and to see their potentials and their greatness. Let us listen to elders. Let us learn from them. But that should not stop us to also listen and learn from children. Matuto sa mga bata at mga nakababata sa atin. Uulitin ko po, hindi dahil matanda, palaging tama. Kahit na matanda na, matuto pa rin sa mga bata. And if we are able to do that, I'm sure we will have a better society, we will have a better world.